Good morning, everyone from the Philippines. How is everybody doing out there? Bruce, I see you're in here already. How does the sound? I'm using my Go Rode wireless microphone. So I want to know how the sound is. First time doing it. So skip that ad. Mute that real quick. All right. You guys see I got the Rode. Somebody picked it up on my last video. I'm using my back scratcher. Using the back scratcher as my mic stand. Yeah. Edwin, good morning. Go Blue Jays. Go Phillies. Phillies clinch the division, and let's go Phillies. Bruce says, let's see if I'm late again. A little bit. You know, I got all these technical difficulties I got to work out. Brian, howdy from Ventura, California. Thank you, Brian, for the little super sticker. Greatly appreciated. All those little super stickers and super chats all add up. Greatly do appreciate it. But the chat is about moving out of the island. Nah. I did the video. Check it out if you want to know what's going on. I just put out a video about, the pros and cons of being on this island versus the pros and cons of moving to a city. So yeah, check it out. Just dropped the video this morning. They just scouted CDO for liability. Yeah. I mean, we could talk about it if you want. Good morning, Jason Pike. How are you doing, sir? Thanks for joining. I know your countdown is counting down, right? Little shining right there. Of course, we're in the little apartment here for the last hoorah before we got to move out. When do we have to move out by? When? The 23rd of this month. That's in a couple days. Why the 23rd?
We stayed here.
That'll be a month. Oh, 23rd. So a couple more days, huh? John at My Little World. Hello, John. How are you? Big Kev Media Thailand. How you doing, Big Kev? That you, Big Kev Media Thailand. How you doing, Big Kev? Victor C. Great to see you. Thank you, Victor C. Thanks for stopping in. Yo, can I borrow that back scratcher just for a little tick? Yeah, I tell you what, I use this back scratcher like crazy. I mean, everywhere I go. When we went down to CDO, wherever I travel, this back scratcher comes along with me, and it comes in handy because I tell you what, you never know where you're going to get a mosquito bite. Now, here's a weird thing. Some of you guys that have been with me for a while, I had that shingles, over a year ago, you know what I'm saying? And it was all up on my right side, up under my arm, like up onto my right nipple area and everything, and it took a while for it to go away. And, I mean, still to this day, there's still sensitive parts underneath my arm. I got bit by a mosquito, up under where my shingles were. And, it hurts. I mean, that skin's damaged. But yeah, this back scratcher comes in handy. Phillies baseball, awesome. You are right. Good morning, Scuba Steve. How is Scuba Steve? Ricky USA. Ricky USA, how are you doing? Brewer fam. Thanks for joining. Thanks for stopping in. Saying hi from Easton, PA. I know where Easton is. Thanks for stopping in. Aiza, geotrash in Philippines, and the ladies after his wife Maya left him. I don't know. I like I said in the past, I really don't watch other YouTubers' channels unless something pops up, a title or something like, oh, okay, let me see what they have to say. But to religiously watch someone, I just don't. I mean, and for those that do, I mean, good. I mean, once again, you got to uh, uh, decide who you want to take your information from. Would I take my information from somebody that has been, met women, left women, married women here in the Philippines, divorced women, or whatever in the Philippines? Like they haven't found a relationship and they've been here forever. And would I take advice from that guy when it comes to how to date women in the Philippines? Not at all. Not at all. But hey, that's what's great about YouTube. You can like watching TV. You want to you can watch whoever you want to watch, right? Mr. Biloxi Fireman. I have beachfront property in my wife's sister's name. When my child's turned 18, she will transfer the property to them. I have a 50-year lease. Have you considered something like that? Uh, no lease from wife. Um, I haven't, but I've heard people doing it. I don't know what that all is involved, but I've heard that where people are, foreigners cannot own land in the Philippines. Yet you still have people saying, I own land in the Philippines, and you just got to know what you're doing. And I don't know, unless they're special when it comes to the Philippines laws here about foreigners not owning land. Foreigner cannot own land. But I have heard about that, where, a foreigner basically is leasing the land off of the wife or the family. Contracts drawn up for 50 years, whatever, and they're leasing it. But I don't know the whole details of it. I never checked into it. But it's nothing new that like I said, I've heard it. Good morning, Mark. Mike, our Philippines journey. You should check out Davao too. I don't know. Davao. I mean, I was told Davao's nice too. Um, only flew into the airport in Davao. Jew is in Thailand's side of the game for now, and he's not getting hot women, and but he's not getting. I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch. Happy Air Force birthday. Brian Simpson says Happy Air Force birthday. M. Michael Allen. Hello, M. Michael Allen. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Kev, I thought you were in Thailand. Looked like you were having a good time in Thailand. I would stop in occasionally, check out your live streams and stuff. And so you were in Thailand for a year and a half now. I'm back in the U.S. All right, Kev. I don't know what your plans are. How come you're not in the Philippines, Big Kev? But Kev, you're living your life and you're enjoying your life, Big Kev. And that's all that matters. Hi, Philly from north of Seattle. Hello, Don Mitch. Joe says, "What's up, Brian? Shout out to Bing Bing showing off her dance moves." Yeah, they practice. She practiced so hard, and she did a good job. And they did. They won first place. Her class last year won first place also in a competition. Um, were the other teams? If you haven't checked out the video, check it out. The other teams are bigger compared to Bing Bing's team, her class team, but they performed in unison. Where the other teams, they're so big, some mess up here and there. But yeah, she did a great job. And Nini had a, what did she run? The 800, 400 meter. But man, they were starting at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Like, no, I'm sorry. But she came in third out of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, out of 6. So good for Nini, too. Brian, do you ever see the YouTube channel Gary and Shay? The Philippine experience. I guess Gary is very sick after retiring near General Santos. I think I've heard of the Philippine experience, but don't, like I said, don't watch, don't follow, don't know what's going on. Here's the thing with YouTubers, and I've noticed, all right, when things are going good with the YouTubers and their life and their marriage and the kumbaya story and everything like that, they're on YouTube, they're all talking about how my wife is so great and how I found my trophy wife here in the Philippines, and they paint everything to be a perfect picture. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, it's like a YouTuber goes quiet. Right? I know there's a YouTubers right now that rumors are going around. Rumors. And it's like, what, if a YouTuber is sick, like they're sick, they're going to get on YouTube and they're going to say, hey, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well, I have a heart condition, I had a stroke, I had this, I had that. They're going to let their subscribers know what's going on, you know what I mean? But when you've got problems in paradise with your wife or your girlfriend or things like that, you're going to go quiet. And then some people say, well, that's their own personal business. When you put yourself out there, hey, you're putting your business out there. But I hope he gets well. I hope the guy gets well. I don't know. I just find it funny how these YouTubers tell you how to find. I got to keep my eye on that. Make sure that doesn't kick off on me. How to find the perfect woman and you're living in peace and harmony. And then when the shit doesn't work out, well, you're giving out all this great advice, but you can't follow your own advice. You know what I mean? Trouble in paradise. Most people from Davao City would think Davao City is a Muslim province. Watching from Ventura, California. I don't know. I mean, never been there. Never been down to Davao City. Down at even CDO, there was a bigger presence of the Muslim community than in Angeles City. But they're doing their own thing. They're doing their own thing. I ain't bothering them. Like I said, respect them. And even if they don't respect you back, because somebody said, you know what, you can respect them all you want, they won't respect you back. Oh, well, big deal. You can't please anyone. Oh, you're having a knee replacement sometime soon? All right, Big Kev. Hope it all works out for you. Jason Pike, when we come to the Philippines, we plan on visiting Vietnam as well. We're coming for 2.5 months, and we have to exit the country briefly in order to extend our visa to be processed. You're going to have a good time, Kevin. Or I'm sorry, Jason. You're going to have a good time. 2.5 months on a vacation. Yeah, you're going to have a good time. Mark Vance, hello from Montana. I'm coming to the Philippines in November for 6 months. Cool, Mark. Have a good time. 6 months, that's a good amount of time. I don't know if, I don't know your situation. If you're married, if you're visiting with your wife, visiting your girlfriend, fiance, planning to do a 6 month, trial to see how, but you'll have a good time. And if you've been here, I'm sure you know that, but have a good time and enjoy. Enjoy. Lucas Musser. How are you doing, Lucas Musser? I know all about Mindanao. My wife is from there. Cool. Cool. Always be watchful. What you eat and drink, health is wealth. You are correct. Okay, you're from Davao City. You're all right. Don't get me wrong, but not sure why they call this place paradise. Yeah, I mean uh, you, I mean that's a pretty. I mean the statement is true. Um, if you look at just like the island we're on, it's a beautiful paradise island. Lush green jungles and fresh, clean air and beautiful ocean. It is a paradise, eye appealing paradise. The Philippines has beautiful beaches, beautiful places to visit, but when it comes to advancement compared to other countries, it's not a paradise. It's not a paradise when you have a brownout. And guys, if I just automatically disappear, all right, it's not because of an earthquake or not because a bomb dropped on my house. It's because I had a brownout. Like it just happens. Now tell me that's paradise. You know what I mean? Oh, it's beautiful. It's paradise here. And boom, you're brown out for hours and you don't have no air condition. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you learn to deal with these things when you live in the Philippines. You learn to deal with the brownouts. You learn to deal with the mosquitoes. You just learn to deal with it. You can always, live in a place where you got backup generators. You don't have to worry about all that. Um, but it is. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, James. Chosen One, how are you doing, Chosen One? Yeah, so I either like it or you don't, right? You got people moving out of the Philippines that have been here, and they're like, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. I had a good time, or I didn't have a good time. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't compare it to other countries because I've never been to Thailand. I've never been to Vietnam. So I can't compare it. You know what I'm saying? So, let me try something here. How do I forget? Oop, how do I? It's been a while since I've done this. No, not that. What is that? Oh, there we go. Let me put a link here. Paste. There's a link. If anybody wants to join the live stream, chat, feel free to click the link and join. You want to discuss anything, feel free. Yes, Cowboys and Bears tomorrow. I don't know what time that game is. Here's the weird thing. When you watch the NFL or any other sports on my Fire Stick that I have, you have to watch it live. So if the Cowboys are playing like 1 p.m. back in the States, that's 1 a.m. here. Sorry, I'll catch it on a rerun or I'll catch the highlights of it, or you know what I'm saying. But yes, Cowboys and Bears tomorrow morning or tomorrow. They should win. They should. Good morning, Arturo. How are you doing? How are things up your way? I did see where there's a super typhoon getting ready to roll in. Okay, 425. So I can catch maybe the tail end of that. What, a super typhoon coming in on the far northern part of the Philippines, up north, Luzon. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to necessarily hit like the heart of Luzon. But you know what? People still live far north up there. What are their houses made out of? Brick, right? What? I would think they'd have to be made out of something very strong to stay up there and continue to thrive and live up there. I see Adrius K is trying to connect, but something is going on here. I cannot connect you. Disconnect and try connecting again. Let me see here. Kick from studio. Try to reconnect again. Where are we at here? I have much more patience with brownouts and minor problems in the Philippines because I accept them. It upsets me in the USA when the power goes out. Yeah. People go ballistic in America, right? When the power goes out. Oh my God. They go ballistic when they can't even connect to their cell phone. Oh my God, I'm going to miss something. You know what I mean? You just learn to deal with them here. But I tell you right now, Luzon, when I was up there, we had brownouts, but not like down here. Friend of mine that, matter of fact, he's getting ready to go back to the States, him and his wife and daughter tomorrow. He came to CDO Cagayan de Oro for a month. His wife was for a year. His wife was from there. He said, hey, let's go back. Let's visit. It's been a while. And he had the luxury and opportunity to come to Cagayan de Oro for a year. And he went crazy because like a transformer blew in Cagayan de Oro. So his wife was laughing because they had no power for an hour. And he was like, what's going on? There's no power. But down here, this is the most I've ever experienced when it comes to brownouts. And a lot of people, it's like, you know what? What do you expect? This area is growing. I just seen something that came up on my Facebook page, but I couldn't read it because it was in Messiah. Something to do with a resort or something to do with the building or construction of something here and the damaging of the coral. There's so much construction going on around here. It's crazy. And all right, our electric grid can only handle so much, but we're putting a massive load on it by adding more and more and more businesses and and buildings and things like that. So it's like, well, what do you do? I mean, you're going to kill off your electric. I said this, and I'll say it again, and I see it. Corporate greed is going to sink this island in the ground. It's crazy. That's just my 2 cents, right? Cowboys play Eastern time. Yes. Jason Pike, thank you for the super sticker, sir. Brian Simpson says, thank you for the super sticker. P's channel got nuked. I don't know. I don't watch the Precious P. Not my thing. Westpac. Yes, I watch that Westpac guy, Ricky USA. Westpac says typhoon should go north around Batanes Island. Northern Luzon will probably get a lot of rain. Yes, I've seen that. How's Lut doing? How you doing, Lut?
Still alive.
Still alive, she says. Brownouts are what happens when they just repair instead of just upgrading. Jason Pike. There you go, Jason. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing good, Brian.
Good, good. Morning. Getting ready for your big trip?
Yes, it's only in November, so like the 23rd.
November 23rd. Okay. All
Yes.
right. Cool.
Before my birthday.
Yeah. Lit says right before her birthday.
I have to get a gift.
Yeah.
So Brian, you're thinking about possibly leaving the island?
We're throwing it around. That's why we went down to Cagayan de Oro, to, I don't know, like a scouting trip. You know what I mean? I mean, it's, if you do a like nonstop, go to the port, hop on the boat, take the bus. What's it, about 10 hours? Give or take, like 10 hours, ride. It's not like it's, 5 days ride from the family and stuff. I don't know. I think this island's beautiful and everything, but it's one of the things too is medical. I get into an accident here, I'm screwed. you know.
Yes, the hospitalization is the main key, I guess, too. Yes, that makes sense. And you were mentioning too about the brownouts.
Oh yeah, brownouts here. Like if we go in a week 5 days without a if we go 5 days without a brown, if we put it this way, if we go 1 day without a brownout here, we're doing good.
Yes, well, hope I don't experience any when I come.
Well, I mean it's a given. I mean, I guess it all depends on where you're at, what city. I know somebody just left a message on my last video and said they came to Sherga Island, I think for 10 days. They're like, had a brownout every day. Now, some of the brownouts might only last 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? But then there's some that, boom, they're going out for hours.
Right, and the price of living there is pretty high. What you were saying earlier, like for rent and just overall, like it just seems like it's high prices to live there.
Yeah, like I don't know what it's like rent wise, say like in Dapa or what's the other area? Outside Del Carmen. I couldn't tell you, but of course, in General Luna, because it is the tourist spot, it's expensive. Like, there's no middle ground for like, all right, an expat that wants to come here and say retire or spend like a few years here. There's no middle ground. Like, it's straight up tourist price.
Right.
And
Yeah.
what you're getting, it's like, it's not even, it's not worth it. Like I said in my video, we could afford it, but I don't want to throw my money away when
I
it
mean,
comes to rental places here in General Luna. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't get it, but I don't set the price. Market, like the market price for food is what it is everybody is raising their prices. So, and now people are complaining about the truck drivers now because it used to be what? How many pesos from here to Dapa or whatever? How much was it before?
15.
It used to be 15 pesos from General Luna to Dapa. See, a lot of kids go to college over in Dapa, so they're always riding the trike back and forth every day. Well, now they raised the prices to 50 pesos per person one way. And like the locals are complaining, they're like, we're being priced out of
yeah.
the island
Mm.
that we grew up on, that we loved, that we enjoyed before all this craziness started happening. Now, granted, tourism does bring money into an area, but it's like everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and it's like I've heard locals say, you know what, I'm going to sell my land here because I can't afford to live here anymore as a local person.
Right.
You know, so
Mm.
I don't know. I just sit back and watch.
Yes. And I'm not sure what the prices are going to be like. My girlfriend's province, General Santos City.
That's that's south, right? South
Yeah,
Mindanao, right?
it's
Yeah.
very very tip of the south. Yes, and I guess I do have some money saved up, like for my trip. But like I said, it's 2.5 months, and
Uh,
we have to actually go to Vietnam. Like we're going to go there to visit anyway, but we actually have to leave to exit the country. I think just for a few days, so we can process the visa. That's part of the requirement
okay.
because we need a visa like to stay that long. I believe you can only stay in the Philippines for 30 days as a visitor.
You can extend.
Right. Yes.
You know, if you want to go, through all that extending your visa and everything like that. But yeah, you'll get unless they change it, you'll get a 30-day visa stamp upon entry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's just you coming in?
Myself, my girlfriend, like she's from there.
Oh, okay. If you were married, you'd get that Balik Bayan stamp, which is good for a
Oh,
year.
yes, I heard about
But
that.
you're not married, so you'll get that visitor stamp. And like, if you want to just stay and don't want to leave or whatever, you can extend it, if
Okay.
you want to do all that.
Right. Yes. Well, it should be a good adventure. 2.5 months, and hopefully we'll. I'm sure we have something to do every day.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't your first trip here, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is. Yes, it's the first time I'll be going to the Philippines.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes,
All
I
right.
haven't before. Like, but it feels like I've been there, like watching all your videos and.
Yeah. Yeah. Just you'll have a good time. You know what I mean? Keep your mind open.
Yes,
You
that's right.
know.
Yes.
You'll be all right. But yeah, I just seen this too. Like when you hear things, I mean, it's just you can't judge all the Philippines on one specific thing. You know what I mean? I just share my life here, the things I see, the things I go through. Um, Here's one that I just I say, hey, good morning, Mark Doyle. I seen this the other day. All right. Well, no, I experienced it. When we left Surigao City to come over to Surigao Island, and I said about I got off the boat and they tried to charge me a fee. And it was just like me they were looking at. You know what I mean? And so I started doing some research into this. I'm like, what is this all about? The other day, some lady came up to us while we were parked where we always eat down on the boulevard. And she's like, it's 10 pesos to park. I'm like, wait, hang on. I've been parking here for over a year and never once had to pay a parking fee. She's like, well, there's a new ordinance. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I started talking to a couple other Filipino guys there. And I said, why are they charging foreigners to come off the boat at the port in Surigao Island there in Dapa? They said it is a new fee that they're charging, a sanitation fee. I'm like, a sanitation fee? So you're charging non-residents of the island a sanitation fee to clean up your city. You know what I mean? I'm paying to clean up yours, and it's just Dapa. It's not the whole island. It's just Dapa. And I'm like, so you mean to tell me, you know, and all cities are going to have trash. You mean to tell me that just non-residents of Dapa are causing all this, you know, causing the trash? Also, does that mean now that I paid that sanitation fee, can I throw my trash all over because somebody is going to pick up after me? But that's the little petty things that they'll do here to get, you know, how can we get a little bit more money? And they're going to target the tourists to get that money.
It's like skin tax or.
Yeah. Like I'm like, wait, why am I paying? That'd be like me, you know, it'd be like the city of Philadelphia charging every person that's visiting, you know, money to clean up their city. No, if you want to clean up your city, why don't you, like in America, I have to pay a trash man monthly to come around and pick up my trash. Why don't you charge a small fee monthly to all the citizens for your sanitation fee of your city? But it's things like that. I'm like, you know, it's just little things. It's like crazy. Whatever.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. I hope they don't charge me like that.
Yeah, and it's not even like, well, it's only 50 pesos. It's not the point. It's not even the point, you know. It's everybody is trying to get in on the tourism dollar here on this island. Everybody.
Yeah.
Only 50 pesos for now. You're right, Luke.
My girlfriend was telling me earlier that Donald Trump wants to buy the Philippines. I don't know if there's any truth in that.
Is it what? I didn't hear you.
That Donald Trump was looking at purchasing the Philippines.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's just a joke. I don't know. She was telling me earlier. Wouldn't surprise me.
Let's laughing. She heard that. No, I didn't hear anything like that. What news? What do you believe on the news anymore? You know what I mean? You got to pick and choose what you want to believe. It's crazy. That would be hilarious. Who's your friend sharing the screen with you, Brian? You need nameplates. Does the guy live here or or is he on vacation here? All right, you guys should be able to see his name is Jason Pike. He's a longtime subscriber and follows the channel and stuff. And he's getting ready to visit the Philippines and spend some time here and stuff. I put a link. Anybody wants to hop on and join the live stream, click the link, follow the link. What do you want to talk about? Open discussion, open talk. We can discuss anything to a degree.
Brian, I was going to mention on the way over, well, I had to see my doctor and talk about like vaccines coming to the Philippines. And he did mention like different ones like rabies shots. And do you think there's any trouble with dogs there, or like that you get bitten by one?
It can happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of before I came to the Philippines. I think I got a tetanus shot. I forget. Was it a hepatitis shot?
Yes.
Huh?
There's a Twin Rex vaccine. I already took that one.
Okay. But I didn't get no rape. But I mean, rabies are a thing. Like Luke said, rabies are a thing. You could get bit by one. I've never even really came close to getting bit by a dog, and I've walked all over the place. You know, I've walked back in squatter areas. I've walked side roads, back roads, and I've never once like came close to getting bit. It's like, yeah, they're there. You see them. If they start barking, don't freak out, don't run, don't, just like, all right, yeah, you're there, you just keep rolling. But yeah, I mean, rabies, if I were to get bit by a dog right now, yeah, I'd go get rabies shots. But to go get rabies shots with the anticipation of getting bit by a dog, I wouldn't. But I mean, it's up to you. If you feel better and safe doing it, yeah. But I've never even came close. And I always walk by dogs. It's like they're so used to being out, walking around, roaming around, being around people. They're just like people walking around. It's weird, you know?
Yeah.
They know if you beep a horn, they know to get off the road like a person. But yeah, I mean, let's put it this way. I guarantee a lot of people don't even get their dogs vaccinated here. They just don't. Then again, some do. I mean, they do hold free clinics, but you get out in the province, yeah, these dogs just roam.
Yes. All the vaccines are pretty pricey as well. My insurance don't cover them. And you're talking over $1,000 or more just to have all
Right.
they want you to take.
Right.
So I'm opting out of a few of them. I'm just going to get the main ones like the Twin Rex. And I think there's a measles and COVID. So I think that's probably the best ones to go with for now.
Right.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, what I think whatever you feel, I guess, whatever you feel, I guess, will make you feel more safe. You know what I mean? That, to protect yourself. Somebody might say, oh, you don't need this, you don't need that. That's up to you, what you want to decide to do.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I just seen this one. Here. Luke says, I got bit because I was drunk and attempted to pet the dog. All right. Do not try to pet a dog. Like, unless it's like your wife's family's dog and he's used to, and you can pet. Don't pet a strange dog. I can tell you that much right now. I mean, don't do it. You never know. Yeah. Joe says the rats are more vicious than the dogs. Not really. I see rats here and there, and like those little bastards, they'll run and they'll take off. Um, I've seen some rats that are almost about the size of a small dog, but yeah. you are you are much more likely to get bitten by a feral cat than a feral dog. Seeing cats too, man, like they're everywhere. Uh, it's another one. It's like you just don't mess with them. You know, go about your own business. Like I said, ignore them and don't try to get drunk and pet a dog like Luke. I've been here a year. Just COVID shots. Don't overthink, my friend. I guess I would. I guess I would do it like this. All right. What shots does my insurance pay for? All right, I'll get them shots.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like Robert said, and I was told this too. If you really do want to get a rabies shot, they're cheaper in the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
If you
Yeah.
do,
I think they're $500 here, or pretty pricey anyway.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, I haven't had to get rabies shots. Jason, I gotta ask more questions at Mickey D's. Getting any ice cream in the Philippines immigration? I don't know what that means. Oofy. I'd rather eat rat than that pag. What's pag?
Pag
What's that?
means like a trash food.
Oh,
I-
try
From the restaurant, and then after they done, they put in the trash or they throw it in the
all
before
right.
they cook
All
them
right.
again.
Let's explaining it to me. Pag is at least watch. Says ensure you are up to date on routine vaccinations like measles, mumps, rubella, diphtheria, tetanus, and polio. Additional hepatitis A and typhoid vaccinations are recommended for most travelers. That's what I got. I got a hepatitis and I got a tetanus shot. All the others I didn't get. But like I said, it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. I mean, there's people that come here that
Yeah.
don't get any shots. They just come here. So yeah. My wife got bitten by a feral cat here, Valencia Negros, and the rabies shot costs a total of $12. There you go.
That's not
There
bad.
you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand like rabies shots being very cheap in the Philippines because there's so many dogs. Everywhere you go, there are dogs. So and people don't spend the money to get their dogs vaccinated and stuff. But like I said, they do offer free clinics and things. So I can see why rabies shots would be cheap because the amount of just
Yeah.
dogs here.
That makes sense.
I'm not lying. I thought about doing this one time. When I leave General Luna General Luna to go back to Dapa, just that one stretch of road that we go down, just counting how many dogs I see just hanging out on the road and around the road in a small stretch. It's just crazy. It I don't know. Contraceptive or what is it? They don't believe in contraceptives, and definitely not with animals here. Nothing ever good came out of a needle.
No.
Dengue is a big problem here too.
Oh, I
Yeah.
heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta look at make sure my battery. Yeah. Eh, I guarantee you're going to get bit by a mosquito.
And I don't think there's anything to take for that. I think you just got to endure it, you know?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can protect yourself with bug spray and all that. Here's the one thing that's weird about the Philippines. You might have bug spray or mosquito repellent that works great where you live. All right. When you come to the Philippines and you put that on, they might drink that like liquor. These mosquitoes here have their own immune system to everything. Now I've learned that off spray and off that they sell here kind of works good. But yeah, I mean you can always protect yourself with that, you know. Even with that on, I still get bit. I mean, out at the 215, we've got smoke bombs going. I've got off spray on me. I've even tried the citronella thing and all that. You're still going to get bit. I mean, it happens. Stay in your air conditioned condo or wherever, and get in the air conditioned cab and get to the air conditioned mall, and you'll be all right. My grandson has that now and is in the ER. Yeah. Like it's really tough that dengue, am I saying it right? Dengue is really tough on kids. You know, their immune system and everything. I had it. When I first got, well, we were together. Lit and we were together when I got that years ago, and it is rough on your body. I remember, like my body just was weak and wore down, and I was literally seeing spots and stuff. And I went into the hospital, and they say, "Yeah, you got dengue and this and that, and we want to keep you here." And I'm like, "No, you're not going to do anything for me. The only thing to cure it, fluid, hydrate, fluids and fluids and fluids and fluid. There's no shot to make you better. There's none of that."
Is that common in the city as well, Brian? In Angeles?
That happened. Yeah. When I was up in Angeles, that happened. Yeah.
Oh.
You know it. But yeah, you can get it. You get hit by a car too. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
You know, you can't come to the Philippines like being fearful of, oh my God, you know, am I going to get bit by a dog, or am I going to get dengue fever? You know, you got to be aware of it, but you know, you can't be fearful.
No.
Hepatitis is also prevalent in the Philippines. Yeah, I seen where the United States was getting ready to. Hang on, I'll bring it up here. They were going to give the Philippines. Hang on, let me bring that up. Right, where's that? Right there. Where this article, it's in the the Philippine Star. The Trump administration plans to give the Philippines an additional 250 million US dollars to address the tuberculosis health issue and the threat of emergency diseases, says U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. And that was September 11th. So evidently that is a something that is high here in the Philippines too. And of course, AIDS too. I mean, AIDS is on the rise too. But yeah, 250 million US dollars. Maybe that's the money they were talking about buying the Philippines. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. I'm getting hungry. Uh, Jason, thanks for jumping on the live. Don't panic. Don't worry. You'll be all right in the
Yeah,
Philippines.
I'm looking
You
forward
know.
to this.
Yeah. And don't get drunk and try to pet a dog.
No,
You know what I mean? Don't be like Lucas.
no.
Yeah. So, all right. Let me, like I said, thanks for stopping. I'm
Yes,
gonna.
thanks, Brian. Thanks for the live.
Hey, thank you. Let me remove Jason real quick. Uh, Dice says hi, Brian. Dice. I don't know who Brian Dice is. Yeah, puppies are cute until they're not. Yeah, puppies. Puppies. I would say you're 99.9% okay to pet if the mom's not around, you know. But anyways, guys, once again, oh, Sullivan's Irish Pub. Yeah, Sullivan's Irish Pub. Dice says hi. Tell Dice I said hello. Um, I used to like going in there and talking with him. Nice guy. Um, nice guy. Owner of Sullivan's Irish Pub right there on MacArthur Highway. Been there a while. That's a business that's been going on there for a while. Oh, I know a person that says they were a truck driver in the USA. Cool. Cool. Sullivan's Irish Pub is in there, probably been there as long as I can remember. He's got a good business going on here. 10 years at least. Yep. Here's a nice thing, and I spoke with him. Yes, he does, expats do come in. They come in there, they sit, they drink, but he caters to Filipinos. All right. And that's how his business thrives. You know, Filipinos come in there, they can sit, they can eat, they can drink. I think upstairs, they can videoke, they can have a good time. He caters to like that younger crowd that maybe is coming off a night shift from working up at the call center. He found the key. The key. If you open a business in the Philippines and you want to cater strictly to Westerners, will it fly? Yeah and no. But if you cater to the Filipino people and have a good mix of everything, you're going to be okay. So, all right, guys. TB is the big boogeyman in the Philippines. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Where are we going to eat, Lut? I had to decide what I want to eat. What are you hungry for, Lut?
I'm hungry for. There's things that I like to try.
Like what?
Well, I don't know if I like to try.
What? You got to tell me.
The berry that you always.
Yeah.
Why it's very curious to me why you like that very much. Like what kind of drugs you put in there?
Uh,
So I'm curious.
She's curious. I like eating the bagel, peanut butter, yogurt, berry, powder cinnamon bagels up at Cat and Gun. I don't know. I'm addicted to it. You know what I mean? And she doesn't know why. She can't understand why. I'm like, I don't know. It's just good.
Yeah, remember at one point I liked the gyro.
Yeah.
And then I become tired of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the kind of person
Yeah.
that can stick. Just my thought. Like,
Lutz says they put crack in the sugar and cinnamon. Luke, go get drunk and like go find like the scrappiest street dog out there and like just come up on it and like just give it a nice big hug and see how that works out for you. All right. All right, guys, I'm wrapping this one up. Thanks for stopping in. All your great comments and all your, just, engaging in the live stream. I might not have all the answers for you, but I can only tell you what I know. I'm not going to give you no bullshit lie answer. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and sunshine and rainbow for it. Rainbows for you. Bam, can dance too. Wow. All right, guys. Talk to you later.